Extra, yeah, it's like your shirt size, extra medium.
Nice. Wow, no, this is this is a lot.
Extra medium. Oh wow, wow, we went there.
I like that. Oh yeah, so we're already rolling. We don't even really have like an introduction or anything. We just kind of just start shooting.
Very,
shit and
very low key. This is, I think it's like almost like a fireside chat. We're just hanging out together. And
yeah, actually,
gonna have some fun.
You have fireside chat, a little more, a few jokes, probably a few Office references.
Yeah.
I don't even want to.
A couple.
The Office.
Yeah, I watched it in high school.
God, it's been on that long too.
Yeah.
I know.
I never finished it, but
It's not for everyone. I will say that.
The early seasons.
Okay, yeah, that is true.
Those are the better ones, so that's fine.
Office has a die-hard fan base, though. Like, people that are into The Office are
really has Michael
into
Scott
The
on his shirt.
Office.
I do.
Into The Office. Like, really into it, so.
So hi, yeah, we're just, we're doing what we usually
going on,
do.
guys?
Stick around. We're sitting here at Bone Up Brewing today,
Yes.
and we're sitting with Liz. Hi.
Hello.
Yes, she's abstaining from drinking at the moment because she's working. She's just taking her. I'm assuming that's why you're not drinking right now.
I won't get anything else done today.
Fair.
Yeah.
All right.
There.
I can totally relate.
We can get it. I mean,
At least till I'm done training.
Yeah.
okay, fair.
There you go.
On the bright side, well,
It's a slippery slope, I
for us,
understand.
I haven't gotten anything done yet, so I mean, it's only
This is something.
Can't go
There we
downhill.
go. This is something.
But we're here. So actually, I don't even know what is your role here. I didn't even. Are you owner, brewer,
Yes.
manager?
Both?
Yes.
All
of the
three?
above? Yes to all the above.
You do everything.
Jared and I do a little bit of everything. Jared is my husband. We started Bone Up together back in 2016.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
That's
really
fantastic.
cool.
Yeah.
So, I mean, when we first started dating, he showed me how to homebrew and, like, just became our thing. And
That's
we
freaking
wanted-
cool.
Yeah, we wanted jobs we loved. We wanted to work for ourselves. So,
Yeah.
starting a brewery seemed like the next step. Once we got engaged, we were just like, cool, let's take the brewing to the
Let's
next
do it.
level, too.
That's amazing, man. So you guys really made the jump together. That's really cool. That's really.
I wasn't
awesome.
expecting that. All my little romantic butterflies are going to be
Yeah.
What did you have to do before that, as far as like a career switch?
So I was a graphic designer and like a UI UX designer. I worked in Cambridge in like the tech scene, and Jared is a software engineer working downtown. So we had office jobs; they were fine, but
Yeah,
we
you're
wanted
like,
something more.
Yeah.
tired of staring at a computer.
It sounds like this is maybe a little more fun, just a little bit, than The
We
Office.
both like
Squeak a
making
little bit.
things, and
Yeah.
we both like sharing them with people.
Yeah.
So
Making people
brewing,
happy is
yeah,
fun.
brewing
Oh, I
was
like
great,
that.
and we knew we wanted a tap room element. But to answer your question, I do a little bit of everything around here.
Sure, graphic
so-
design.
Yeah, I do all the art for the brewery, like the can art, all our murals in there.
Oh, you have can art,
merch.
too?
Yep.
Yeah, we're definitely going to take
I saw some
Definitely grab some cans on your way out.
recycle bin over there. Yeah.
Very colorful.
Yeah.
Digging through the trash. We just got here. Wait till after.
And with your permission, we'll take some photos and we'll put them on the website and everything.
Yeah, they have.
Promote you guys,
It's
so.
This is one of the coolest tap rooms that I've seen, just based off color scheme. And
I love the layout.
just the layout, just how
really
it
cool.
looks. It's really cool looking.
Yeah, we just wanted the type of place we would want to hang out with. So we went for like super cozy, lots of cool stuff to look at, lots of activities.
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of that has been stunted in the last few months, but
True.
Right.
yeah.
Yeah,
The tap room itself is just like a nice place to kick back.
Well, so we say activity. I'm not going to get distracted by the activities question because what kind of activities?
So many.
But so speaking of the past few months, how have you kind of shifted? 'Cause we're not. It feels like we're at the end of it, but we're not. Like not even close. It's like how would Richard knock on wood. How have you guys kind of shifted years? Because you're still, I would assume, a relatively new brewery.
We'll be 4 in August.
Oh,
so like
is that relatively new?
I would say like we're fairly established.
Okay.
I don't feel so new anymore.
The rookie's
But-
kind of shaking off.
Well, yeah, I mean we're not Harpoon. We haven't been around for 30 years, but
Not many people
Not
are.
yet.
we've also like weathered a couple storms on our own already, and like we've expanded a couple times. So like I wouldn't necessarily call us.
Yeah.
But
No, you're veterans.
we're small. I think being owner operated during COVID definitely helps a
Oh,
lot.
yeah.
We were able to pivot really easily. What was tough is that we do about 90% of our sales on premise. Like we're small, so we're not built for
True.
a lot of distribution. We don't have a huge wide network, so we sell most of our beer right here. And when right here gets shut down, you have to get creative.
True.
So what we had done
It's right up
about
your
a
alley.
month before COVID like really started blowing up in March, we had signed on with a mobile canner to start packaging our beer in 16-ounce cans and 4-packs. Before that, we were just doing like growlers
Cool.
and crowlers.
Yeah.
Um,
I'm not gonna lie, I don't know the difference between a growler or a growler.
Size.
One's a can, one's glass.
Oh, yeah,
That was easy. All right.
Growler is can growler.
There we go.
The more you know.
So yeah, our big pivot during
You gotta put a
during
star in on
COVID
that one.
was
Yeah,
our big pivot during COVID was moving from packaging all our beer in kegs for draft consumption into
Yeah.
cans and bottles for take-home consumption. And the to-go business over the last few months actually treated us really well. People already
Good.
know our brand. People loved the art on the cans. We were able to continue releasing new styles and like get people reacquainted with some of our flagship beers.
Yeah.
So that was a change, but it was a change we already wanted to make.
So kind of just put the foot in your ass. Kind of just like, you know what? Might as well do it now.
Yeah. And so we're just like, we'll just keep doing this for as long as we can and hope for the best. And we're lucky enough to be able to reopen for on-premise consumption a couple weeks
Yeah,
ago.
I'm gonna say this beer garden. So is this all
this
yours?
is all new. So the umbrellas
awesome.
are ours, and then we are sharing this parking lot space with the restaurant next door. We
Oh,
figured we
perfect.
just split it right
Oh,
down
okay,
the middle.
that's
so we
smart.
both
Yeah,
have
that's
some
great.
outdoor space.
Gotcha. No, that makes perfect sense.
So
Village
this
Barn?
raised patio that we're on now, that was our existing outdoor space.
was
We
gonna
get like
ask,
4 or
yeah.
5 tables out here, which is like nice in the summer, but having all this extra space is
It
great.
looks
'Cause,
great.
I mean, really, you don't want to be cooped up inside drinking in the summer anyway. So.
Not in the summer. Wintertime, yes.
Wintertime, yes.
Now, we'll try to get a picture of what we're talking about during the, so you can actually see what it's not just us talking about what's going on behind the camera.
Be good B-roll.
Yeah. That's exactly. So this looks awesome. Are you kind of planning on keeping it this way?
I mean, I would love to. This
Kind of
this
also
probably
like-
isn't like a great year-round solution because
No.
we are in New England.
Yeah.
But I've got a permit to operate this expanded outdoor space through the end of September, and I mean, we'll
Nice.
just kind of have to see where we're at with COVID and like general safety.
Yeah, definitely.
We're not opting to do any indoor dining or drinking right now.
Yep.
Yeah.
We've got all this great outdoor space, so
Plus, you can use like the heat lamps and stuff.
Yeah.
Like, coming out.
but like
Hold
think
it.
about how different life was 3 or 4 months ago. Like it's so hard
It's-
to project 3 or 4 months into the future.
For real.
So we're
Because
just
if you
gonna
get
enjoy the
second
summer.
Yeah, 3 months, it's a long time, and it's not a long time at the exact same
Only
moment.
and already, yeah.
Yeah,
Right?
exactly.
So we've already been, so like our gym, like, I've heard it a bunch of times, but so our gym closed the day before St. Patrick's Day. I mean, it does. I mean, it's been like 3.5 months now.
Yep.
And we've just been,
Open soon, so.
yeah, we've just been plodding along.
And like breweries and tap rooms and gyms are a great communal space where you can like gather with friends and like share experiences.
True.
I'm sure going to the gym is
Exactly.
more productive than a drinking session. but
Depends on the session we're talking about.
Fair.
Yeah.
Because we all have sessions, depends on the goal.
Exactly.
But like,
Right.
Or
I'm
the
sure
mission.
you missed all of your gym buddies and like micro relationships
Oh, yeah.
that you have with people. And
Yeah,
that
that's-
was kind of what we went through in the spring. We saw all our regulars; they'd come in for cans and bottles to go, but like, it's not the same as
Yeah.
shooting the shit with them while they're drinking a beer at the bar.
Yeah, it's the restaurant industry is definitely a fun industry.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I was in it before I was a trainer, and it was just, it's so much fun.
Yeah.
Oh, it's the best. And the people are
Any
also great.
service.
So, do you guys have a kitchen?
We don't have a full kitchen, but we do have like a small little prep area. We do like soft pretzels, empanadas, hot dogs, things like that.
I saw the hot dogs and the sausage on the menu. I got really excited when I saw it.
So we have some
Yeah.
snacks, but like we're all about the beer. But
Yeah, the
we
beers are the
understand
ba-
that you
beers
need
are the
something
babies.
to nosh on.
Beers are the babies.
The beers
Yes.
are the babies.
So, how many beers, since the beers are the babies, let's talk more about your babies. How many babies do you have that are beer related?
So many.
And not the dogs. We're talking about the beers, so that's a
So-
separate talk.
Oh, shit.
That's kind of like a multi-part answer. So
Well,
we have
we're here for an hour.
We have 4 year-round beers. You guys are drinking 2 out of those 4.
Awesome. Extra naked.
Extra Naked, our table beer. Wasted Life, our IPA. We also brew a key lime white ale, and we have a year-round porter. Outside of that, we brew a lot of Belgian-style beers and American-style beers, IPAs, stouts, farmhouse ales. We do a lot of barrel aging.
Kind of everything.
little bit of everything. But the
I'm
goal of
not
the
gonna lie, I'm
brewery is to
impressed.
be like super small batch.
Right.
We have the smallest brew house in the Boston area. I'm like, well, no one's fighting us for that title. Like, we wear it proudly. What's
Yeah.
kind of neat about
I
our
think that's
brewery
cool. I
is
like
that we rarely brew the same beer twice outside of our flagship beers. You can always expect something new. We just passed batch 400 in the brew house.
Congratulations.
That was last week. And
Awesome.
100 a year. Wow, that's a pulling.
so about
that's
100
a-
batches a year.
That's a new batch every like almost 4.5 days.
Yeah. And then
That's awesome.
so we haven't brewed 400 different beers because there are a couple of seasonals we've brewed 2 or 3 times.
Of course,
and
yeah.
have to make room to brew all the year-round beers. But I would say we've done about
It's a turnover.
250 unique recipes or so. I've lost count.
I think that's the best part. Is like you're just like I don't know how many we've done. It's a bunch.
It's a lot.
What would you say is the top seller of all of them?
That's not the flagship.
That's not the flagship. Probably our summer seasonal, Henrietta. It's a hibiscus farmhouse ale. And
Oh, that's
it's
the one
sort
you
of-
have right on top of your menu.
Yeah, and it's bright purple, so it tends to turn heads when
It's
you
purple?
like. Yeah.
Oh, that's gonna be next.
It gets a lot.
Yeah, I
of
think that's
color
gonna have to
from the
happen.
hibiscus.
Yeah,
That'd be nice.
That's
So
really
like
cool.
once people hear about it, they're like, "Oh man, I have to try that."
Get some purple drink.
Stands out.
It looks cool. It tastes good, and it's
Okay,
7.5%.
that's okay. I'll go right
so it'll
in.
get you blitzed.
Gotta
Yeah.
wait,
Wait, how much percent?
7.5%, but it drinks like 4.5.
Yeah.
It's sneaky.
Ooh.
Maybe I shouldn't have it. I brought my car. Ah, fuck it. We're in Everett. We'll be fine.
You guys could also split a can. You can just try a little bit.
I know we could. I know. No, I know we
One
could.
straw? One straw?
Yeah.
Well, yeah. Duh. I mean, we're not friends. I mean, we wouldn't be friends if we didn't share a straw.
True.
Come on.
Yeah.
COVID be damned. Friendship's stronger.
Absolutely.
So
I think that's just going to be a great visual, so I think the purple is going to have to happen.
it's gonna have to.
Oh, no.
Either that or you just super.
We'll spend the next 40 minutes talking about this fucking purple
It's a
beer.
very pretty beer.
Yeah.
It's either that or you just superimpose everything on like the Friends milk.
That's what I was
Yeah.
thinking. That's
Yeah?
exactly what I was thinking.
Dude, that's why we're
That'd be
friends.
perfect.
So, you said that like one of the names of your beers, you said like you have a great story for it. Well, you didn't say great. That's me putting pressure on you.
It is a story.
It's a story. Okay, so it's a story. So we'll let you know at the end of this.
The worst
we'll just let you know if you
experiences
fast forward
make the
about like
best
45
stories,
seconds. Okay. It's called Shut Up Kelly.
Shut up, Kelly.
That's the porter she mentioned.
Yes. So
I'm gonna need to know, like, shut up, Kelly.
Yeah, I saw
I'm
that on the
gonna need to know
website, and that piqued my interest immediately.
yes. So
It's on your shirts too, so I need.
we
to know.
sell so many of those. I ship them all across the country.
That's awesome.
It's bizarre.
That's fantastic.
Yeah, I saw. That's another story.
Share later.
So yeah, Shut Up Kelly is our year-round porter, and it is named after a girl that Jared and I used to work with way back in the day. Who never liked dark beers until she tried that one.
We're getting juicy now.
So
Or roasty.
like that.
Yeah.
I see what you did there. So yeah, Kelly tried a homebrew batch of what eventually became our Shut Up Kelly porter. It had a different name at the time, but it's not relevant. And then yeah, she was completely converted on dark beer. Wouldn't shut up about it.
Oh,
Anytime
wow.
we mentioned
Oh.
like
That's great.
anytime we
Yeah, I didn't know
mentioned
where
beer
you were going
brewing
with
within
that,
like
yeah.
20 feet of her, she'd be like, "Oh my god, are you making your porter again? It was so good." Blah, blah, blah. And then she would tell that same story I just told you, but like 1,000 times longer. And
Please tell me her real name is Kelly. Her real name's Kelly,
her
right?
name is Kelly.
Thank you. That makes the story way better.
Yeah.
It's so much better.
She's very real. And yeah,
She's
so
very
we
real.
brewed another batch, and we gave her a growler, and we're like, "Here, shut up about it." Didn't work. Never has. So she knows that we have named this beer after her. I think she kind of likes.
She's probably honored. I would be
okay
honored.
with it. Yeah.
It's not meant to be a compliment, but like that's how she sees it.
It's
So
like, I'm
Yeah,
told that
it's a
all the
backhand.
time.
Yeah.
It's a funny joke,
So
though. I
she-
like that.
She came into the tap room a couple years ago too, and was just like, "Oh my god!" So I saw the Shut Up Kelly beer out in the wild, like it was at this bar I was at,
Wild.
and I was like, "Oh, okay. So did you get some?" And she said, "Yeah." And I was telling my date about the beer and how it was named after me. He didn't believe me.
Oh my god. Oh,
Yeah, how do you prove that? Really?
Yeah.
So I just have.
That's
this
a great
sense of-
icebreaker during a first date, though.
See this? That's me.
It's like, I did this.
I did this.
Yeah. Okay. Shut up, Kelly.
Yeah.
All right, wait, I get it.
So
Yeah.
and it doesn't get old. Like,
No.
the joke never stops being funny.
Oh, this is perfect. Yeah, you're.
And like it seems like everyone knows a Kelly that's like that. So we made these T-shirts, these baseball teams that just said "Shut Up, Kelly" right across the.
I'm
front.
definitely buying one, by the way. I
Yeah.
love it. Yeah, especially after knowing that story.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean it's a fun story behind a very tasty beer, but a lot of people are afraid of dark beer, and I think our year-round
True.
porter
That's
is
true.
actually like super light, And dry, but it's very flavorful. So it's a good like entry level dark beer with a funny business in it.
That's an entry level dark beer. That's I like that. Just I would probably say I'm on those lines. Like I'm not a dark beer person.
And like I think a lot of brewers nowadays feel the need to like dress up porters and stouts with like coffee and chocolate and like dump a donut in there or whatever.
So Kelly's will like it.
Yeah.
Well, Kelly did like it, so I guess maybe
Yeah.
like and Ashley.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I feel like a lot of dark beers on the market right now are kind of hard to get through because they're really like heavy bodied or they have a lot of
It's a
extra
drinking.
ingredients.
It's
so.
just different
It's like a
drinking
Woof,
though. I mean, it's
It's different expectations, but I don't really like to chew through kind of beer. I just kind of like kind of knock it
Yeah,
down.
I hear you.
So
I hear you.
that's the way we brew.
In the
our beer.
wintertime, it's nice though. You know, wintertime. You know,
By
Wintertime,
the
keep it
fire,
cozy.
get a nice barrel aged stout.
yeah.
Glass of whiskey right next to it.
Yeah.
That's all.
Oh,
Ooh.
yeah.
Ooh.
She's speaking. Yeah, we're talking.
Ooh, I got an idea for a bourbon porter. I don't even know if that makes sense.
I mean.
I lift things and
we
put them
have
down for a living, so I'm like.
in bourbon barrels before. So, yeah.
That's awesome.
There's actually a distillery
I'm so
next door to
intrigued by
us,
you guys.
and we'll just like I'll wander
yeah.
over there with a hand truck.
What's the
and a
name?
checkbook.
What's the name of it?
They're right around the corner.
I've
There's
driven
like a
past
scary
it
little alley
a million
over
times.
here.
Scary.
It's full of gin.
Behind the Best Buy. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Scary little alley full of gin. It's like
great.
prohibition.
It's great.
Yeah.
Um,
yeah.
So yeah, they're called Short Path.
Short Path.
And
Short
they're
Path.
smaller
Yep.
like us, so they have a lot of small format barrels, which are great.
It's awesome.
So I'll just wander over there a couple times a year, and be like, hey, you dumped anything recently? Just like give me a beer.
That's fantastic.
Yeah,
So
we
like,
have
you guys have a nice little community here.
we do.
I love that. Yeah.
The neighborhood ended up being a good fit for us because when we signed our lease here, this was just a sea of garbage and barbed wire, and like
Well,
the
it's
only thing
Everett.
over here
I'm
was the
kidding.
peanut butter factory.
Teddy's, which it's
Yeah.
good some days and it's awful some others.
It always smells really good over there.
I know,
It
yeah.
smells like roasted
Yeah,
beef.
it does.
It does.
It
And
does.
it's like that one day every once in a while you're like, oh, what the hell? What
Yeah,
you doing now?
sometimes it's too strong.
Whew.
Yeah, and I mean every once in a while the spent grain silo, the
Yeah.
brewery down the street will just explode, so there will just be like
There's
grain
another
all
brewery
over.
down the street.
Yeah.
I'm learning so much.
What's the
right
name
now.
of it?
Night Shift Brewing.
Oh,
Oh, Night
Shift.
Shift. Okay, yeah, we
Okay.
know Night Shift. Okay, yeah. I was
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
oh,
yeah.
there's another one? What?
There's so
On
many
top
us.
of it all?
yeah.
I just learned there was a distillery. So,
Yeah.
what's the name of the distillery?
Short Path.
Short
Short
Path.
Path.
Yeah.
Yes.
Restaurant that she was mentioned earlier.
Yes.
Village Bar and Grill.
Yeah. Standard burgers, beers type thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you get your burger there and you get your beer here. That's
Exactly.
what I'm hearing. That's what needs to
Oh,
happen.
you come-
You don't serve it there, do you? Do they serve your beer
They
right
do
there?
not have Bone Up there.
Oh, okay. What? Oh,
Oh,
come
what
on.
the- Well, I mean, I guess if they had it there, it would be less. I mean, they wouldn't have as much.
There's reasons.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Ooh.
alright. Well, that's out of story. though.
Interesting.
We're-
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, so that's
That-
us.
that
We've been
deleted
here for
scene.
4 years. Village
Maybe,
has been
I
here
don't
for about 3. Short Path 4 or 5 years, and then Night Shift. They have existed for about 8 years, I think, but
Yeah,
they
yeah.
moved into that location about 5 years ago because
Yeah.
they weren't there when we signed our lease here. Because I remember being so pleasantly surprised. I was like, yeah, so it'll be another brewery around here. Like we won't be all alone.
Yeah.
And so it ended up working out when we all set up shop. Just like you can just hop around, visit 3 or 4 places, park once. It's great. There's a bunch of apartment buildings and a big bike path right over here. So we get a ton
Yeah.
of traffic.
that's right.
It's fantastic. I'm actually looking at one of the apartments over there.
Yeah.
And I can't. Yeah, this is. I'm not gonna. I was very pleasantly surprised with how intricate all your beers get. Because like you said, you're a small batch. I'm like, all right, well, it should be like almost around the middle. But no, you guys are like 100, a new beer every 4.5 years.
Yeah.
We like to stay busy.
You guys definitely embrace the artistic side of it too, which I think is really cool. Really
It's
creative
definitely-
and yeah.
You can feel the creative vibes just from.
I like that. No, I really
Yeah.
do.
It's cool that you could use your graphic design for still apply it to stuff like the cans.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
part. Yeah, grip to the cans and like that creative part of your brain that's like into it. Like you use for graphic design to beer making.
I mean, it's always fun to visualize the ideas behind the beers as well.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, that's true.
If we brew a particularly inspired beer or something with a cool, weird ingredient, we can really have fun with the can art on there.
Exactly. Yeah.
Like we
As it
just
catches
released,
the sun, so.
what did we just canned on Sunday? We just released a beer called Summer Ween.
Summer.
Yeah. So we brewed it with, it's a very light beer like the Extra Naked. It's a Brezette style.
I love
And,
that name.
it's there's no story behind that. We just think it sounds cool.
Damn.
Good
I was
choice.
really hoping there was a story for that.
But we
one.
can make one, so it's fine.
We can make one.
I mean, if we have a few more, we'll just
Yeah.
make up
Yeah.
stories. Damn, a few more. We can make a story.
Yeah,
What's up, Sean?
Wasted life. That could go.
That would probably be after the extra
Well, one will.
There are some days where that name sounds, pretty accurate.
Wasted
you know?
life or extra
Yeah.
naked? Actually, both feel pretty accurate.
Both feel pretty
Depends
accurate
on your
sometimes.
mood,
Yeah.
you know?
Depends on your mood, your day,
that's
your
right.
night before.
The definition of wasted.
Yeah.
Fair.
Yeah.
Ooh. That took a new turn on it.
So why Bone Up?
So we started with our little logo guy. His name's Horatio.
What's up, dude?
Horatio.
Yeah,
I
he's
like
a little
that.
dapper dude. And we sort of wanted to name that was unique and easy to trademark, that kind of went with the Skull and Bones theme. And the phrase Bone Up means to learn more about something, brush up on a topic.
Yep.
So we're just like, cool,
Oh,
Jared and I
cool.
love to chat about the nerdier aspects of beer and brewing. Logo is a skull. Bone Up wasn't
That's awesome.
taken. Yeah.
That was easy.
Love more about the nerdiness of what
No, we
Yeah,
like
that's-
that.
That's a
Though
deep
I don't know
dive,
if we
like,
have that much time
Um,
or the wherewithal.
I mean, I don't know, how familiar you guys are with the brewing process in general, like the ingredients that go into beer.
Not super familiar,
Okay.
no.
A bunch of wheat
Hops.
and hops.
That's about it.
Hops
New
are key. Hops are key. Wheat is
And-
common, but not necessary.
See, I already learned something new.
A lot of it tastes
I already learned something new. Hops and alcohols made. Ta-da! It's like you just wish really hard. It's the same way you make a baby, I guess.
Let me
Like,
ask
just
this:
wish really hard.
What are hops? What exactly are hops?
Hops are flowers. They're hops,
I wasn't expecting flowers.
yeah.
Me neither. Yeah.
I always thought of more of like a pine cone.
So they sort of look like pine cones or like little tiny artichokes. And hop cones, they range in size from about an inch tall to I've seen ones that are as long as my finger.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
West Coast
And
hops.
so, yeah, hops are the flowering part of the hop plant. It's called Cumulus lupulus. It grows on a vine, really tall. They can grow up to be 20 feet tall.
Oh wow.
Year, yeah. You can grow them in Massachusetts. There's a hop farm here, and they do some really interesting stuff. But they really thrive in the Pacific Northwest, the U.S., and then there are some really traditional hop growing regions in Europe. What's interesting about where you get your hops is you can have the same variety of hop, but if it's grown in different types of soil, it'll give you different aromatic and flavor profiles.
Cool.
It literally. So I think we said it last week at
Yeah.
Bedwater, where it's
Yeah.
Like the way you're talking about it almost sounds like the way people with wine talk about grapes.
Yes.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. That's exactly what Ryan said.
Yeah, the concept is very similar, and there are hundreds of different varieties of hops. Their primary purpose in beer is to provide a bittering component to balance out the sweetness of the malt. But within the last 10 years, more brewers have shifted to dry hopping, which is adding hops after fermentation or during fermentation to get all of the flavor and aromatic compounds out of there. Because there's a lot of essential oils that will give off aroma, juicy fruit, apples and pears, berries,
Juicy fruit, nice.
herbs. Just
juicy.
some hops are grassy, some
Yeah.
kind of smell like onions. It's all over the place. So you
That's
can
so
mix and
cool.
match to create all these different types of IPAs.
I guess that's so. Is that where when you hear a beer, it's like an IPA is dank,
Yes.
or that's kind of
So
where
you
It's
would-
hoppy. It's really
Yeah.
hoppy.
So, hoppy is a little bit more generic than I like to go, but dank is
Yeah.
a good example.
Yeah, hoppy is
because
just
that means you're getting
umbrella.
resiny and piney notes, maybe a
Yeah.
little bit of citrus from the hops that are
Yeah.
being used. In a lot of New England IPAs, people will describe them as juicy or super tropical. Those
Yeah.
are different types of hops
yeah.
added in larger quantities to get notes like papaya and pineapple. It's
Yeah.
fascinating.
People, it's so cool how I said it to Ryan, how just the beer industry's been turning over a lot, the way people look at wine.
Yeah.
It's so cool.
Yeah. Art and a science. That's cool.
Art and science.
Yeah.
And you
One
can
and the same.
you can be as
Yeah.
simple with brewing as you want, or you can get down and get really complex with it. Very traditional, very
I feel like you.
Or you can just throw some barley in the mash tun, stir it around, transfer it, boil it, add some hops, add some yeast, and see what happens.
You get Bud Light.
You just sounded like Brad Pitt in Fight Club when he's talking about how to make dynamite. By the way, you're like, yeah.
I can show you how to weaponize beer,
Yeah.
but that's probably a
Wait,
conversation
what?
for another time.
We may not want to put that on YouTube.
Weaponized beer.
You know what?
Yeah, that might have to be off
Chemical
camera.
war.
Give us like a Cliff Notes version of the Cliff Notes version.
Well,
of
what
that,
weapon are we
please.
talking about?
That's because I'm just very interested in that. Yeah.
Well, if
piqued
you
my
let beer
interest.
ferment in something like a can or a keg, it'll overpressurize and basically make a mini bomb.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, people
A
die
beer
every year
bomb?
I was
because
thinking like
of
poison,
this.
and you mean like an actual.
Like a weapon, like.
You think of Batman Begins, like
talking
turned into
shrapnel
a
Yeah, shrapnel.
Yeah.
All right.
like shrapnel.
Holy
Yeah.
shit! Was
Yeah.
not expecting that.
How
That makes
do you
it
get
like a
now?
pressure bomb.
Yeah.
Basically, yeah.
God damn.
That sounds like a movie plot or something.
Can
I
you
feel like
imagine?
that's
Just,
a.
like, throw a can on the
Yeah,
ground.
the Molotov cocktails.
Well, people do it with Coca-Cola.
A Malta tough cocktail? No,
But
I
that's
was trying.
We'll
That wasn't-
workshop
that
that
wasn't good.
Go wait in the car.
Off camera, we'll workshop that.
I know we have a whole parking lot. We'll be fine.
Oh, man.
So I wanted to ask. So you've made so many different beers over the years. Do you have one or a couple that like stand out? Where you're like, this was a great beer.
Yeah.
Or like you put one out where you're like, yo, this one sucks.
What's your magnum opus? What's your
Magnum opus.
Um,
I forgot about that word. Double word. Whatever.
I would say overall, my favorite beers that we have made have been what's come out of our Critters series. It's our mixed fermentation program. It's all like sour and funky stuff.
Critter series.
Yeah, Critters.
Is the Chimera one of those or no?
Chimera is part
That
of the
that
Critters
caught my eye
series.
on the menu by
Yeah.
the way. That looked interesting.
You got that on?
So the Critters series is
Critters.
yeah, it's super small batch barrel aged stuff that we add wild yeast and fruits and honeys to create these like really unique one of a kind beers. And they're kind of neat because you could never replicate them again
Yeah.
if you tried. We use a
Oh,
wild
yeah.
yeast called Brettanomyces. Dealing with that in a brewery is kind of like herding cats. Like you can control regular ale yeast really well, but Brett will just kind of like go off and eat all these random sugars, and it'll take forever, and it'll give you
So
very
it's like,
unpredictable results, but they're delicious.
It's like a knuckleball. But,
Yeah.
Yeah. Jesus, that is.
We're learning a lot of interesting things during this episode. I'm into this.
I'm loving this.
Yeah, we need to have a premiere version of where you teach us how to make a beer bomb. I'm just kidding.
So I can, if you
That one's
like,
gonna go on the
I
dark
can
web.
pour some.
Yes, dark
I can
web
pour some little
beer.
samples of Chimera off the tap, so you guys can actually try
Yes,
what I'm talking
please.
about,
I would
because
really
that
enjoy
beer
that.
had a really interesting process behind it, and it took like 2 years to make.
Yeah, right.
Whoa, that's
Whatever.
awesome.
Yeah, I'll be right back.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. I'm really enjoying all of
I've been
this.
calling it. Oh, me too. I've been calling it Chimera. Chimera. That sounded kind of cool.
Chimera.
Chimera sounds right.
Chimera.
She said Chimera.
Chimera.
You
I
actually don't
wish
say like
Chimera.
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 You ever said a word so much it just doesn't
Yeah.
become a word
That's what I
anymore?
called it the whole
Chimera.
time.
What does that even mean?
Yeah, exactly. Let's just keep saying.
So we have a special guest on the podcast we haven't introduced yet.
Yes, we do. Nano, come here, girl. Come here.
Yeah, she's-
Do you want a treat? She should. She might get up there. Just
do?
tap on it and say, okay.
Okay.
Okay. Nano, get up there.
See, you said it. Okay.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, yeah, sure.
So Nano's here. We've mentioned her a few times.
Nano, get up there.
If you ever run into Demarco, just say the word Nano, and then you're just going to be shown dog pictures for about 15 minutes.
AKA Honey Bear.
That's
Nano,
15 minutes.
Get up there. Okay. Okay.
Nano, great. Okay.
Okay. Oh.
That was the opposite of what we
The
needed
other
her to
way.
do.
Wasn't
But
it?
anyway, yeah,
Wasn't
Nano's
it?
here. Hi. She's been well, we tried to have her train her to be our boom mic, but that didn't really work out. So
We tried to, yeah, that was it sounded like a great idea at the time.
Yeah, we tied the microphone to her collar, but she just kept running.
Actually, if we could figure out how to do that, that would be smart. The
These
audio
are
would be way
adorable.
better.
Aren't they
Thank you so
precious?
much. Oh my gosh.
These are adorable.
Usually we serve our beer in like fancy glassware, but
I mean,
The smell already intrigues me, by the way.
Yeah, so walk us through this. So that way,
2 years.
As
give or take a couple months.
2 years.
So yeah, I mean,
Always round up.
on
Always
the
round up.
nose you'll get like some kind of like funky tart aromas, maybe a little bit of fruit.
I got fruit.
It's different though. Like,
Like as you drink it, there's kind of like
Oh, there's the
it's
darkness.
not like cheesy or like hay-like, but there's like a savory note to it.
At the end there, I got like a sweeter
Yeah,
tartness, and then it
yeah.
came into.
And then there's like a little wave of strawberry peach.
See, I got the strawberry off the bat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
see, it's
That was the first thing I thought of. This is the, how do we say it again?
Chimera.
Chimera.
Yes.
Okay.
Chimera.
We were just sitting here saying it to the point it wasn't a word anymore.
Chimera.
I've been calling it chimera, and I didn't know if that was right.
That's
or not,
fine
so.
too.
Kookaburra. It sits in the gumdrop. It sits in the gumdrop tree.
Someone ordered a chimera from me the other day. I was
They
just like,
actually
you know
said
what?
that. We were just.
Close
I was
enough.
just saying, as long as you don't say that. But you
We said as long as you
asking
call it a
for.
I just
chimera.
snorted this into my nose.
I actually have a running Google Doc of all the hilarious ways customers have mispronounced our beers.
That's amazing.
Well, that one I could see more
Yeah.
mispronounced, but I'm sure there's some words like really.
It's like, come on, there's an I in there.
But
Yeah.
a chimera is a blend of two things. It's like a mythical creature. I guess technically
Like a
chimeras
kookaburra.
can exist.
That's
in
what
the
I thought.
world,
Yeah,
but
I remember that from.
yeah, it's a blend of two different things that breed a being. So we thought that would be a fun name for
That is
a
actually
very
really cool.
heavily blended beer.
This is a very interesting flavor profile. I like this.
For real. And I'm loving the thought and the creativity you put into your names.
That's the best part of the job.
Yeah.
It's like giving your beer a little bit of a personality.
Yeah. I mean, I'm enjoying naming my kettlebells right now.
There you go.
Oh, he's obsessed. Yeah,
I mean,
he
it's
loves them.
because they're the only things I've had to talk to for the past 3.5 months.
Exactly. Yeah.
That's true.
He named one of his kettlebells Wilson. So that
Yeah.
legit.
Castaway
That's
Joe.
what
Yeah.
it is. One of the first
Yes.
ones, put the handprint, the chalk, and I made a face.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah. I named a few of them. One's
What else
I
did I
have
do?
two 24s. I call them Corona and COVID.
Love it.
Yeah.
Love it.
When in public, I call them my baby girls. But
I
With the
almost,
twins.
I almost bought a
wanna do that now.
23K. I mean, I couldn't find one. I was thinking about if I could find a 23K, so I could call it MJ.
I would like that.
oh, that would have been good.
Yeah.
Oh, you get 45?
Yeah. What was that?
You can get a 45.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's right. That's right. I didn't think about that.
Yeah. So what brings all a lot of us in? So yes, we all work together.
Yeah.
But one of the things, hey, good to see you. I'm glad you came. Glad you arrived. It's so kettlebells are. We all have like got the same certification. It's a challenging cert, and our gym is really, at least trainer wise, we're very driven with kettlebells. That's all the sense. Hence, beers, bells, bros. Yeah, so that's why I have a shit ton of them in my basement now. Well, I mean they don't take up a lot of room.
No, they don't.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of like it's a small, effective spin. It's kind of like you guys. You guys are a kettlebell of a brewery.
Okay.
Yeah.
You can do so much with such a small space.
Kettlebell of a brewery.
I just made
I
that
like
up.
that.
It, like,
We
the
should
idea-
open our own brewery.
That's a compliment, by the way. That's a
Oh
compliment.
yeah, that's a
Just so you
compliment.
know. That's a
like,
huge compliment.
You're a
That's-
Swiss Army knife.
Sweet.
Yeah.
I like
A
it.
Swiss Army knife. I like that.
Yes, that's essentially what the kettlebell is. It's a Swiss Army knife of exercise equipment.
I just
And you're
thought
a Swiss
about
Army
this.
knife when it comes to brewing, apparently.
Thank you.
I feel like in the future, what we should do is we should have
Cheers to you
a
guys.
follow-up. Cheers to you guys. Yeah. We should do a follow-up episode where we
Get drunk
come
in their
back
venue.
and we run you through a kettlebell session. We teach you
I
kettlebells.
would do that.
That would be, how cool would that be?
That
like
would
a
be
like a
fun.
part 2 at the brewery, and you taught us about beer. We'll teach you about kettlebells.
Yeah.
I'll
Sure.
do kettlebells with you, and then you can help me unload a pallet of grain.
Yeah.
How about that?
Oh yeah,
Make it a whole world.
I mean, honestly, we can do that now.
yeah,
Well, I don't have a pallet of grain to unload.
Oh, that
Way
kind of
already.
sounds like a personal problem.
yeah.
Fuck, I did it again.
That sounds great.
We actually
You
do
started
have.
We could make a competition out of it, like time it, like treat it like World's Strongest Man or something. That'd be kind of cool.
Yeah, it's like, so let's see who can lift the most. Demarco, you go first.
Sean would win. Sean would crush me.
Yeah, you guys go first. I'm just gonna take like the small one and be like, you win.
Yeah.
This is her department.
She pick up an entire pallet with one arm. Like, wait, what? You guys don't?
She'd come out with a forklift and be like, I didn't say you couldn't use equipment.
That's true. Yeah.
Right at the very end, yeah.
Oh, that would be cool. Just put the empty pallet away with the fork.
That'd be amazing.
That would power move.
It really would be.
Yeah,
So-
we have a CrossFit on the other side of the building. I think they're moving soon, but they're pretty good neighbors, and they have helped us move our fermenters in on like new tank day.
Oh, that's
Even
really
empty
cool.
Fermenters weigh like
They probably were
800
pumped about it.
pounds.
They're like, ooh, another workout.
Yeah, they were just
Yeah.
like, oh, this will
That's
be
how I would
cool
be. I would
down,
be
and
like
I'm just
that.
like here wheezing, just trying.
I'm already
to
thinking they're
hold
form. I'm kidding.
Yeah.
Do you ever go over there? Like,
I've been over to say hello and challenge them to the occasional game of Flip Cup, but
Ooh.
I get
Ooh.
enough of a workout at work. So
that's true.
I would love to take that challenge.
That's
Yeah.
Flip Cup challenge.
I
dude.
would love to take
We
it.
should do a flip cup episode.
We beat them, and then Sean
Sean,
heard
yes.
about
For your
it, and they
Olympics
came over
episode.
and challenged us to it, but they wanted to play with liquor, and they whooped our ass.
Ooh.
I wanted to play with like
They are CrossFitters, so by default they're
CrossFitters
crazy.
So we challenged CrossFit. This was the backstory. Is this was this whole like street festival, so we were all very drunk afterwards. So like we challenged CrossFit
As one
to
would
Flip
be.
Cup,
Yeah.
and we beat them and yelled about it in the streets, and then distillery heard
Right.
me yelling
'Cause
and
Flip
challenged
Cup's all
us
about
to Flip
corn.
Cup, so we
Yeah.
played in here. But they brought liquor, not beer.
Oh, well, of course,
Oh.
yeah,
Destroyed us.
yeah.
I played Flip Cup
It
with
was
tequila
Swift.
one time.
Ooh,
Never again.
dude.
It was like 2 rounds.
Do you remember it?
The drunkest I've ever been.
I was gonna say because I would
That,
remember
just
it.
that night in general. Yeah.
Ooh,
I
just a
remember-
shot, obviously.
I
You
like,
need a cup,
the
right?
only
Just a
time
shot.
I've
yeah.
ever done a drinking game with booze is when it wasn't even. It's not even a game. Like you ever like did the to Roxanne, like Sting. Like I think it's either Sting or the Police. The song Roxanne.
Oh, it's kind of like when you
Yeah,
do
like Thunderstruck.
Yeah, like Thunderstruck.
Yeah, yeah.
No, so you split into 2 teams. One team drinks whenever he says Roxanne. The other one drinks whenever he says
Red-
Red Light.
Red light. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, my dad.
like that.
My dad must have decided to do it with Jack and Coke. Yeah. So like the next morning, I was like, but people would tell me like, yeah, you were. I don't know if the other topic came up, and I was like, so when did this happen? They were like, I don't know, was that the first time or the second time we played the song? I was like,
That's all
we
it
played
takes.
it twice. I was like, all right, well that explains it.
Probably enough.
I
Yeah.
was like, oh yeah. So
Oh
when
my
did I get
God.
incoherent? I think was the question. They were like, it was either between the. I think it was either the first or the second time we played it. Played it twice. Well, all right. Well, that would answer the question.
That'll do it.
Dude,
Sure.
Flip
That was
Cup.
bad.
Flip Cup is such a fun game. Like when you're the last one and it's you and the other person, you're like head
Oh,
to
yeah.
head.
Imagine-
It's intense.
imagine playing with
It's
idiots.
intense. Oh, that would be so.
Be right back.
Flip Cup gets
That would be
intense,
easier, I
man.
feel.
I'm gonna tell you right now. Shout out to my beautiful wife, Lauren Deaver. My wife, Lauren is deadly at Flip Cup. She's the last person in the world you would think would be good at Flip Cup. Just because
You
she
know
never
what?
drinks.
I can see it.
But let me tell you, she can. Oh my God, she's like a. And it's funny because she's not even in surgery; she's in psychiatry, so she's not in a field that's known for like that dexterity and hand-eye coordination. But
Okay, I thought you were going to talk about drinking. I'm like, wait a minute.
She
what?
will tear or drinking.
Wait, surgeons?
She will tear up some Flip Cup.
You know what?
Like
I'm not surprised by that.
she's legit. She's legit.
The reason I'm not surprised by that is because she's your wife. Now, it's not because, like, it's because...
I'm very interested to
Inside-
see where he goes with this.
Yeah, yeah. So, it's because she's your wife. So now, you're loud, bubbly, vivacious, for lack of a better terminology.
Vivacious. I
Vivacious.
Like that.
So she has to have a little bit of that inside her as well. She has to have a little bit of that fun kick streak in her. She can't be, because she is your yin to your yang.
Oh, absolutely.
She's, I mean, but there's still similarities within yings and yangs between people.
Oh, absolutely,
You know what
absolutely.
I'm saying? I feel like that's that
You have
kick
to
in her.
ask her.
Dude, Lauren is
Because like if I
deadly
would,
when she has to.
I would
Do we
take
have
her
a
in a drink.
team?
Like if I had 15,
Dude,
oh, she's
good girl.
That's probably my favorite trick. I can't take credit for it.
If you ask her if we have a deal, that's like the
Nano's
that's
out
the
here.
best one.
I'm
Nano's out here
melting.
stealing hearts.
Do we have a deal? Oh my god.
She'll do it all. She'll do it all day,
Oh,
all
sorry,
freaking
my
day.
whole
All the deals you
business.
want,
Do we
yeah.
have a deal?
She's great at making deals.
Oh, yeah, just have that one for being you.
Yeah,
Oh.
she's really good.
So cute.
How old is she?
She just turned 3. Or her third birthday was June 15th.
Aw, hey girl.
So
The beer's for us, not for you.
Birthday.
yeah, you're a good girl.
I don't have a treat. Like I want to do. We have
Oh,
a
here.
deal, but I don't have a treat.
Dude, I got a whole bag of them. You kidding me right now?
Oh my God, you do. I'm your fan. No, you are.
She's looking right at you, buddy.
Yep. Here you go. Hey, do we have a deal?
She's like, hell yeah, we got a deal, dude.
Oh, good job.
Good.
Oh, I love her.
Good girl. Touch.
So what's her? So I mean, we've
Good.
speaking a lot about the brewery. Honestly, so we mentioned Nano a lot. I don't mean to take focus on the brewery.
I'm obsessed with this dog. I mean, I'm sure you understand.
He seriously
I'm
is,
obsessed with her.
but in a good way. It's worth it.
Now, I wouldn't take Nano in a flip cup competition. I would take my wife any day. Lauren is deadly at flip cup, so
But
she's my flip cup champion.
hi, no, I got nothing.
If it was like a trial by combat
Hi.
flip cup style, Lauren would be my champion. So
I don't think your face has ever been that close to my making a kissy sound.
they're very close.
It wasn't unnerving. I don't know how I feel about
Yeah,
that.
it's okay. It's okay.
You guys need a minute?
We
Probably a
might-
couple.
go.
Probably a couple. Take the camera.
Oh,
Yeah.
I thought you wanted me to,
This has been a very fun interview, by the way. I'm
Honestly, yeah.
Very,
It's been
very. Yeah, this is
Well,
really
an
cool.
open book. This is like the only thing I do with myself, so I'm
So
happy to talk about it.
I guess the next question would be, well, of course, Corona's going to throw a wrench into that question. Okay, I guess I should ask, what would be next?
Yes.
If you could plan, okay, I guess we get back to normal. Whatever the hell that means. What is normal? Like, what would be next?
So we've been in it like a kind of slow, steady expansion the day we opened, just like adding tanks here and there, like adding different programs onto the tap room. And
Yeah.
2020 was supposed to be like a bigger leap into more of that. Like canning was our big step forward this year, like actually doing proper pour
It was a good time
Yeah.
to do it.
which,
Perfect
yeah,
time.
definitely that saved us for sure. If things were fully back to normal, we would probably be expanding the inside tap room some more. We had talked about wanting to add like a music venue lounge type situation.
You were in
onto
the
it.
right place for that.
Because there's nothing like that around here, and Jared and I both really love music, and we don't host live music here at the brewery just because of space concerns. So we were thinking about taking a little bit more space in the building, knocking down some walls, putting up some foam, and like actually doing it right.
That would be
Well,
cool.
CrossFit would be maybe.
Oh yeah, they're leaving. You said they're leaving.
They're farther enough on the other side of the building. The space isn't contiguous,
Okay.
but there are other options for us in the building. So that's not quite a pipe dream. Like it's not quite off the table yet. But right now is more. Jared and I are just trying to be as flexible as possible with the business model, and just keeping up with anything new the CDC or Corona throws our way.
Oh, sure.
True.
Yeah. Gotta be on your toes, definitely.
But yeah, we hope to keep brewing at capacity, which we have been even through all of this.
That's great. I'm glad to hear that.
Yeah.
Are you guys planning on expanding into? Well, am I going to be seeing Bone Up on liquor store shelves and liquor store
We
freezers
already
soon?
distribute a little bit.
Where can we find you?
Oh, yeah,
Pretty much
that's
in the
a-
surrounding
where
area.
Where can we find
Where
Bone
can
Up
we
Beer?
find you other than here?
Best place is right at the source. We have the best variety here. But
It's a really cool space.
we
Like
do
we're not just blowing
distribute-
smoke. It really seems fun.
we distribute to some of the Cappies around here, like Liquor
Oh.
Junction,
Oh, yeah.
Proof over in Somerville.
We know Cappies.
Very familiar with Cappies. I mean,
we
we're
have
not
a
that
list.
familiar with Cappies.
No, yeah.
I blew that cover.
We like working with them. They're good over there.
And then cross the
we've
street
got a
to
whole
us.
list on our website of all the locations that we're at. But pretty much any
Awesome.
of like the higher end craft beer stores in the Boston area, you can find us. But
You on,
great.
Higher end.
You know, that app on tap.
we don't. Bone Up doesn't
Sean has
manage
it.
our Untapped page, but I know you can like find our gears through Untapped, but it's not
Awesome.
managed by the brewery.
And we'll put all this below in the description on the video. But obviously, you guys have your website. Is it boneupbrewing.com or what's the website?
boneup.beer.
Boneup.beer.
Dot
That's
beer.
right.
That's
no
a thing?
.com, just .beer. Yeah,
Dot
it's a
beer.
custom DNS you can make.
I like that. That's really cool.
.bar,
So you guys
.beer,
are-
Holy
.food.
shit! I'm totally gonna do that for
So
myself.
boneup.beer. Yeah. And obviously, you guys are on Instagram. We followed you, by the way. I just
Well,
want
thank you.
we're
Yes, we did.
follower
I think we all did.
1,033, I believe. Something
We're,
like that.
we're quite verbose online, so
Yeah.
if you follow us on any of our social media channels or visit our website, we always keep it up to date with like what's on tap here and like where you can
Awesome.
find us.
Yeah.
I'm loving the vocabulary on this episode.
So we've got your
Verbose.
website, boneup.beer, your Instagram page, and where else are you guys? Where else can we find you?
Right fucking here.
We do,
Yeah, other than local, yeah.
as far as like virtually or physically?
Online.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
We have been writing a weekly blog. It's quite sassy. We've been writing it every Wednesday
Cool.
since 2014. It's
really?
become more opinionated in the last few months just with everything that's going on.
Sure.
But
Makes
usually
perfect sense.
It's a fun conversational recap of like what's happened in the last week and like what beers we're releasing this week, anything
Yeah.
fun we're
Or
up to.
what
Sometimes,
shows
like-
you were featured on. You know,
It just like
Yeah, if we ever do
Casually.
podcasts, we always throw the link in there. If someone messes up something dumb in production, we post a picture of the broken piece of equipment.
Yeah.
It's just a bunch of
Oh,
silly
that's really
insider
cool. I like
stuff.
that.
oh, y'all gonna need a picture of Nano.
I have.
Yeah.
I actually have a wall in the back of the brewery where I've hung every piece of broken equipment, like all the crappy wheels and like a broken mash paddle. Like there's part of a cart on there. It's just like there's a metal clamp that like we burned
Wait,
something
Like
onto.
pictures of it or the actual piece of equipment?
No, the actual piece of equipment. I just like throw some drywall anchors up and like hang them.
That's amazing.
Might as well have holiday, right?
That's awesome. That's just
I love small breweries.
embracing the
I love
process.
it.
I like that. That's and obviously very
It's
making
my
it a joke.
it's my way of reminding everyone to not do that again.
That's honestly
Or
really
else
good.
put their head on.
It's very effective.
It's like this
True,
clamp.
and
This
it's
is why
dark.
we don't multitask.
Thank you, brother.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
They're for the dog, obviously.
She wants to make a deal.
She wants to make deals.
Yeah,
wants to make a
you
deal.
got it, girl.
I did not expect that to fall.
So I guess so we've had this. If we don't, I mean, we're gonna have to do it. We're probably gonna wrap up. But like, if we had to have a next beer, so I had the what did I have? I had the extra name.
Oh, we gotta have the purple drink. Come on.
Gotta have
We
the
purple
gotta have
drink?
Purple drink. Gotta have the purple drink.
Which is actually called Henrietta.
Henrietta. Yeah,
Did I
Henrietta.
pull it up? Oh, okay, good. I only know that because I just looked at the board.
Yeah.
Which is the Henrietta. That'll probably be the next one we try. I don't know if we're going to record that, but we love your space. I would actually love to take a second.
I would be happy to give you guys a quick tour. Like,
I would love it.
It's not in its full glory right now.
Sure.
The furniture is in a weird pile.
Yeah, it's
Well,
okay.
I love the location. Obviously, the parking situation here is super simple. I can definitely say we'll be bringing the crew back. I'll bring, obviously, Honey Bear. We'll bring Letty out here. I think Letty.
Yeah, I
Letty
like
for a
that, too.
patio.
She can have it.
Bring
Beer
them
garden.
along.
Yeah.
I love meeting everyone's dogs because like mine are very sweet, but
Are they people dogs? Are they more like
one
people
loves
dogs?
people, one loves dogs.
Yeah. Oh, okay. So you're
What about one? Does it love dogs that love people? Okay, I didn't think so. All right.
Yeah, my older
yeah.
one, she's very similar in temperament to Honey Bear here. But,
Yeah.
I don't even know what her
she's-
bark sounds
She's so
like.
skittish
Very low.
around new people.
Yeah.
I don't know
That's
what
okay.
the deal was before we adopted her. So
No,
we just
we-
like take everything real slow with her.
Yeah. No,
Yeah,
Lauren and I.
Like, she's 6.5 now. She's not
I understand.
changing.
No, we
Yeah.
used to have
She's built into it.
we had a boxer
Scruffy
pit
old
bull
lady.
mix. His name was Honey Bobo, and that's what I called him. But and Bo Sidon, that was my other name for him.
I'm
But,
really not surprised.
but he was very reactive. Rescue from Mississippi, pit bull, boxer pit bull mix, and he was very weird with new people.
Yeah.
Once you got to know him, he was good. But at that
Same,
first,
yeah.
it all hinged upon that first interaction. If you guys had a very good first interaction, you were good.
Yeah.
It was just if it was iffy, then it was weird.
He was an opinionated dog. So
Very good dog.
Picky.
yeah. All right, so let's,
You heard his bark, let me tell you.
Let's take a look inside.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, heck yeah.
I think that thing's older than me, so.
It's definitely.
So yeah, this is the part of our tap room. There's another room over here to the side, but this is the space we started with back in 2016. Normally we'd have seating for about 30, 40 people in here alongside a bar with some tables. So you can see there's some arcade games. Normally we have a ton of board games and like coloring supplies available too. So we just like
You guys have
activities.
a Demigorgon.
Yeah, we have a Stranger Things pinball machine.
Oh, the Demigorgon
Oh, that's
caught
not-
my eye
that's like-
immediately.
Yeah, if you hit the multi-ball on here, the
amazing.
ramps go up and you can like fight the Demogorgon. It's pretty fun.
That's amazing.
Yeah, we
Oh, I
had
wanted
a
to mention
Metallica
that, yeah.
machine in here for a long time, but
Yeah.
we switched them out last year. But yeah, big long bar. My
Come
father-in-law
back and
built
sit
this
here.
for us, which is pretty cool.
Yeah.
Jared and I did all of the build out ourselves. Like anything we were legally allowed to do, we did it. Like so pretty much everything except the plumbing. So like we built the bar, we built all our furniture, we put in these floors. I learned so much carpentry in my 20s.
So what is? Where did all this go? Where did all this come from?
My old condo. Yeah. So when we opened, we were like, crap, we don't have any decorations. And I had a bunch of stuff I hadn't hung up at home yet, so I was like, I'll just put this up and then we'll get real art someday. And it's all still here. It's kind of grown over the years. Like people have brought us like fan art like this of our logo.
That's so cool.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah, we've added things here and there as we've gone on. And then over
the same feel.
yeah, it's like very accidentally coherent or cohesive. And then up here, when the tap room was open and fully functioning, we would have a monthly coloring contest, and I would like draw something fun and just print out a bunch of sheets and like let customers color them and pick a winner every month.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, we see
The wall of adequacy.
it's the art by drunk people. So we had like everyone's entries, like a lot of half-colored things, a lot of profanities.
Okay, fair
There'd be
enough.
like one or two good ones every month. So we pick those, we give them like a gift card or something.
These were one of the two good ones every month?
So this
Holy
is going
hell.
back all the way through early 2017. So that's like the winner that we picked those months.
Any repeat winners? Like I'm looking at names.
No,
But it's just a whole bunch of
a
like
lot of coincidences.
Amanda's and Lindsay's, so I don't know if that's.
A lot of Amanda's and Lindsay's that are color.
Yeah, I do.
Mostly women, very women heavy color. But it's just a fun
Oh, yeah,
activity.
Victor won.
Yeah. Victor actually did this.
Oh, wow.
Here, yeah.
I
His
really
partner
like
works
that.
here, so he's here all the time.
I really like that one.
Yeah, if you hit it in the right light, it glitters.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, he's a fancy boy.
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
So this is all. You you up and running.
Yeah. So yeah, we go for cats over here, and then if we go along through the front room, and then we had a side room.
Oh, there's more.
Yes, it's now functioning as a staff break room. We book this
But
out
wait.
for private events. It fits up to about 30 people, and it's just like a nice extra space.
Oh, this
to
is
have
really
on
cool.
Saturdays. So yeah, just more fun art from my house. And then this is like a rotating.
A lot of art from your house.
Yeah, I used to live in a big place. Since downsized because I'm never home anymore.
Fair. Yeah, this is home.
2 for $5 hot dogs.
2 for $5.
Oh my God.
Costco brand.
I'm so happy you saw that.
I love hot
They
dogs.
don't need
We shout about it.
Well, they should know
I
about it.
freaking love Costco hot dogs.
Yeah.
Can't think of last time.
So yeah, they're your cheap snacks, tasty beer, friendly vibes. Like that's the
All you
tap
can ever
room.
need. Yeah.
So yeah, we've got seating for 70, 80 people inside.
Yeah.
It might be less now that COVID is happening.
Oh,
But
sure.
we're
On a
hoping to
good
kind of
day.
expand this way into the building and just take over more of this common area out here. There's another unit back there
Yeah.
that we might expand into and just continue building out. That might be next year. though.
I guess
Just take over the whole place.
Slowly, I will take over this entire building.
Here we go.
Slowly but surely.
The current landlord's problems will become my problems.
Eventually.
Eventually.
You'll have a bigger kitchen soon, maybe.
But,
Wink, wink.
yeah, we're just trying to enjoy the ride. Like we got into this, to support ourselves and do something sustainable. But really, we just wanted to like our jobs. So
That's the
we try
huge
not to
part.
grow too fast or do anything we're not comfortable with. Because in the end, we have to live with all those decisions. So
Yes.
might as well do something fun that's like, good for you and good for your staff.
Oh yeah.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
I guess I don't have any other questions for you. I mean, you guys have anything else to throw in?
I can, if someone watches the pup, I'd be happy to take you guys in the back real quick to show you some barrels and tanks and things so you can get like a visual.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Happy to.
I'll hang out with Honey
Really
Bear.
quick, I'm just gonna like check to make sure it's cool to walk
Yeah.
back
Yeah,
there.
go check it out.
Thank
You
you.
get a little higher.
So this is where the magic happens.
where the magic
like I
happens.
mentioned, we are Boston's smallest brewery. It's a title we wear
Self-titled.
proudly. Yes,
You got the crowd
self-titled.
for it.
We got the crown for it. That's for celebrating our logos.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So these are
Right
different.
here. Yeah, this doesn't look like your average brew house. It's an all-manual direct fire system. It's basically a fancy homebrew setup. So mash tun, hot liquor tank, oil kettle. You can take a peek inside.
Really?
Yeah, there's just like a mesh screen on the bottom to separate the grain out. That's just a kettle. But yeah, so we mill grain in the back in our mill room. We bring it out here. We fill this first tank up with hot water. That's called mashing. We let that sit. It's kind of like making coffee or tea where you let the grains steep in hot water. And that'll extract all the fermentable sugar from the grains. We take all of that in liquid form, pump it into the boil kettle, boil that for an hour at hops, spices, whatever, chill it down, move it into a fermenter. That's anything you see here with the color on the bottom. And then we pitch yeast, and then let it sit for a week or two. The yeast converts all of the sugars in the wort for unfermented beer into carbon dioxide and alcohol. So the more sugar that's in your wort, in your unfermented beer, the higher ABV the beer is going to be because there's more food for the yeast to eat and turn into alcohol.
Oh, cool.
More fermentation.
More fermentation, if you want to get see. I know what I'm doing, kind of. Why are each one's named different?
So legally we have to number our fermenters.
Just one like Igor and
Yeah, we've got Igor, Oleg, Lenny, Glenn, Kingo, the G, and Rev. So they're just all named after musicians that Jared and I like. Like, look, we got Lenny from Motorhead. We got Glenn Danzig from the Misfits. We got Kingo from the Melvins, so on and so forth. But they're our employees. They should have names. That's just a dumb joke.
No, I know. I'm not even asking. This is really and more artwork.
Or I've got, I didn't read that one. He moves around.
That's
Yeah.
weird. That is weird. I love that.
And then this room right here, that's our cold room. So all our finished beer that's in kegs and cans just sits in there.
That's right behind you, on the other side of the pond.
On the other side of the platform.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, yeah.
There is more of that. This is like that weird cave that everyone hides in Lord of the Rings where they keep going like deeper and deeper into the mountain. That's what this building is like. We're just like, oh god, how are there still rooms back?
Oh yeah.
So these are some of our funky barrels. I was telling you about Chimera and the Critters series. So this is all future Critters stuff.
Future critters.
Future
These are
critters.
baby critters.
Future
All
critters.
funky, Yep. More fermenters, but for funky stuff.
Joy bringer?
Yeah.
I like it. Oh, they're already named.
Some of them are. I used to have a lot more time on my hands to draw on the barrels.
I gotta say, this Joybringer looks like a Misi.
What's a
Oh yeah.
Thank you.
VC? That's Jared.
Rick and Morty.
Jared.
It's awesome. This barrel just looks really cool, by the way. I just want to
This barrel's only 15 grams.
put it out there. It looks cool. It looks has a vintage look.
I love it.
This is our keg washer. And then down here is our lab, which is cool. There is our lab and micro programs. We do all the science and microscopic stuff back here.
Yeah.
And there's more barrels. Tucked behind. Yes.
I mean, you can't ever run out of barrels.
Every brewery has a room that looks like this.
I feel like every restaurant as
Yeah.
well.
I'm sure.
So it's just part dry storage, part barrel aging, part clean kegs, part science.
This is fantastic. I want to thank you for even like showing this.
Oh yeah, my pleasure. I'm glad you called me. I liked it today. So.
Yeah. I mean, I should have elbow.
The COVID elbow, man.
COVID elbow.
We'll do it together.
Hi guys.
What's up, guys?
So we just finished up here with Bone Up.
Yeah.
Well, finished up at Bone Up.
We're still at Bone Up, but yeah.
Yeah. So we put in some of our stories. We wanted to have a few questions, just to be like, you know what, it'll be fun. Just kind of have a few things. So I kind of want to start from. So we asked.
Take
we
over.
asked
No, I think you had the
viewers
most
to,
questions.
Hey, what are some questions you just want to see us answer on? Because a lot of us have been, oh, you guys are so great, and genuine. Like, yeah, no, throw us a few questions. We want to continue to interact with you guys because this is why we do it.
You're the reason we're here, so you're the reason we have a job, right?
For real. I mean, right now.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. So I think we'll just run out. Did you put it in a story?
Ours was just the same page.
Gotcha. So we'll just.
He's
alternate
piggybacking
again.
off of me.
So first one, I'm gonna put it to you guys because I don't want to answer this immediately.
Okay.
If there was a beer named after you, what would it be?
Ooh.
Thank you, Sammy.
What would the name of the beer be?
That's a great question.
Dude.
That's a good opener. That's a strong opener.
It's all Sammy.
I like how it's not. Okay, yeah.
If there was a beer named after you, what would it be?
I like the phrase Iron Brian, so I'm just gonna go with that.
Iron Brian?
But it sounds like it's named after someone named Brian.
What was my last name?
I know it's your last. I mean,
Well, I know
yeah.
you know that, but they might not.
I don't know. So like,
No, you can go a couple ways with that though. You can think about the Iron Man, obviously, where you're a Marvel nutcase like I am, or Iron Giant. So there's kind of like a couple things that kind of come to mind when you hear that. Iron
Yeah.
Brian. I like that. I think that's pretty
I
cool.
always like Shaunathon.
Shaunathon?
Yeah.
Okay. I like that. Well, if I'm going
I
first
mean, I
name,
call you.
yeah.
I mean, actually, have I called you Shaunathon to your face yet?
That would be the
I
first
say it
name.
all the time.
Shaunathon.
So we're
Okay.
Shaunathon.
Or you mean
Shaunathon.
like Shonathan? Oh, I've heard
No,
Shonathan.
I've heard Shaunathon,
Shaunathon.
but also I usually use Shaunathon.
I like Shonathan for a beer, yeah. Or to go off my last
Dude,
name.
it just came up.
Although
I
SN,
do like that.
in high school, by chance, did you ever hear the phrase, or acronym, I suppose, SMB?
No, I went to school with someone with those initials.
So those are my initials, and oh fuck, all right. that actually
Went to
actually
school with
works.
that guy.
Yeah, but no, my initials are SMB, and for some reason, actually even back to middle school, SMB stood for Sip Mad Beer, or Smoke Mad Blunts. I didn't come up with that, obviously, but
Smoke Mad Blood.
yeah. So I suppose that could
Cheers.
work for a beer.
So Jack John put y'all's hot dogs in.
Thank you.
And
We didn't get hot dogs. No.
I started a tab for you guys. So Liz got the first round, so these cans are going to be on the tab.
Yeah,
Perfect.
Cool. I
Totally
just want
fine.
it to be a surprise.
You
No,
mean,
yeah,
you
we
mean
gotta
we
do
have to
that
spend
anyways.
money? Like what? What?
I know,
No.
insane.
Things cost
We were
money.
expecting it. That's it.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thanks,
Thank you
guys.
so much.
Always buy when you can. We're here local.
So
Oh, exactly.
that would be mine.
We don't like taking free shit.
No, I mean, we'll
I mean, we
accept.
do. But like,
I mean, we
we're
won't-
not
yeah.
letting ourselves take
What
free
would your beer name be?
My beer name, man. So I obviously you
shit. I
guys.
thought you were gonna have like someone that like
I wish.
Oh, well,
Yeah.
sorry.
my beer.
My beer name. Yeah. No, I mean I love obviously Batman and dogs. I think
thinking if I could like make a merger of those two.
Or if it was like a flight, it could be the dark flight. But
Dude, you are always on it.
no, that only works.
Dark flight.
That was awesome.
We should tell them that. If they
Dude,
want to do it,
I just had
Dude,
to get
you're-
up and leave the table.
You're my hero. Dude. You're my hero. This is why he's my trainer. goddammit. This is why he's my
yeah.
personal
That's why I'm here. He's the camera guy.
That is a dark flight.
Where does this shit come from?
That, oh my god.
That's amazing.
There's a lot of real estate.
I'm gonna start a brewery just so I can have that on a menu. Just so I can
Trying to sell it, you'll patent it.
the dark
Yeah, well, let's
flight.
put a TM on the end of that. So.
Oh my god. That's amazing.
What would yours be?
Damn.
I
son.
have no idea. Honestly,
I'll think of
I
one.
told you guys to go first so I could think about it. I forgot to think about
Oh man.
it. I don't. See, if I wanted to be lame, so good.
Like,
If I wanted to be like just quick in it, what I feel is probably a little lame. So my bar manager when I opened Yard House, I used to call me T minus.
oh, I like
Oh,
Yeah.
I like that. Yeah.
So probably like T minus maybe the name for it.
Yeah.
But
That
I
sounds like a
have-
good beer name.
I
Yeah.
have no idea. I don't know if I can go off the personality. You know, I feel like that's given a nickname.
Yeah, I don't know. I kind of like going off of like, I mean, obviously you can do a personality thing, but
Oh yeah.
yeah, but you know, like interests like him or like I did my name.
Yeah, I mean, I
Yeah,
just
T minus, right.
That sounds like that could be like a hip hop name too, like a stage name.
T minus.
Yeah, T
TD.
minus.
Yeah.
I've had a lot of them. T minus, T minus, T Whistle, T Bone.
T-Pain. Well, T-Pain.
Yeah.
T Pain had his.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, he can have that one.
Yeah, T minus, T Bone.
That's a good
T-Wizzle was
question.
a good
though.
one.
That's a good question. I like that.
You can't take T-Dog though, because T-Dog was a very,
T-Dog.
very popular character in The Walking Dead.
That
Hey,
Here's to you, buddy. Miss you, T-Dog. Gone way too soon.
Pour one out for the homie. No, we should.
No,
Yeah.
we're paying for these.
I miss you, T-Dog. Yeah, that was one of the worst deaths I had to deal with during that show.
That
So.
was one of the worst.
Yeah,
We're
T-Dog.
just gonna go on.
Yeah, T-Dog. Was
Your turn.
Good question though. Yeah,
Man,
we'll do that.
so I.
Instagram question. Sorry.
Oh, I thought you wanted me to answer. Oh,
You already
I thought you already did. Oh no, you have one on.
Oh, you didn't.
for the beer
I thought-
name.
I-
No,
I
he
came
he
up with it.
took
I got
it. He
distracted by the
like
dark
I'm
flight.
sorry.
he
I'm
swiped
sorry,
it. The
Marco.
dark
My fault.
flight.
Go ahead.
Oh no, you're fine. No, you're fine.
Yeah, you're
I was thinking about some of the nicknames I had growing up. None of them were that exciting, but actually one of them was pretty funny because it definitely symbolizes my personality. I took a couple of military science classes in college, and my friend says it's just kind of like a military environment. People busting each other's chops, and they called me Crumb Cake. And that was like the nickname, and I hated it. It was like one of those like, oh, that's really dumb. But I thought,
It's became
no,
endearing.
it became endearing, and then it made me think of Shrek. Cake. Everybody loves cake. Cakes have layers. So that's where my man went with that one. So I think maybe a crumb cake would maybe be a good one.
Hear
So
me out.
they're kicking us out right now, bro.
For the record, we're
Get out
Hear
of
me out.
here.
Crumb dumpster. That's what I wanted too.
You're getting your first Demarco. You might need to excuse yourself.
I knew that was gonna happen. It's my own.
Oh my
It's my
god.
own
You got a spit take, a squeal.
I waited for it to sip
You
too.
got head turns. Oh, dude, Sean, I love you. I love you so much.
I had to. Don't mind him.
I can get you guys.
The sad thing is, I'm not even buzzed yet. That's the sad part.
No, that was fun.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
That is very true.
I don't have a drinking problem. I'm pretty good at it.
5 minutes left on the dogs, and you said that you wanted 2 T-shirts and no napkins.
Yes.
And now, well, we're gonna use a T-shirt for the next. But
So
yes.
sad. Cool. Medium, large, shut up Kelly baseball tees.
Shut up, Kelly.
Gotcha.
Dude, that was Sean. That was so well timed.
I'm sorry, I had to.
That was so worth it. That was the first Demarco laugh.
I just wanted to wait for the
We should put a timer on it.
Oh,
We'll have to put a timer on it.
oh my god. Oh my god.
You alright?
I'm
Feel
dead.
better?
Well, I haven't had a laugh that hard in a while,
That was
actually.
good. That was a good one. Did you just...
Because he said, because I was.
Please tell me that just came right off the cuff.
yeah.
Oh my god.
Because I was trying to think of something, because with his last name, I was like, you can't really do much with his first name, probably. And then I was like, Crumb. And then he said crumb cake. I was like, all right.
Oh, you're killing me. Thank you so much, man.
Sorry.
I apologize for being such a mess today.
It's all good.
Awesome, thank you. Oh man.
I realized that after I grabbed it.
Great service here at Bone Up Brewing, by the way, just so you guys know.
Excellent. I'll grab those shirts for you guys.
Awesome. Thank you so much,
no rush.
man. That's joke of the week, probably joke of the year. That's pretty damn. I'm gonna clip that and put that on the Instagram story just because of how funny that was.
And honestly, and it's just like, hear what got Demarco to make this sound. And it's just like just the whole 15 seconds.
I
of the
can't
story.
believe in 30 years I never thought of that. I can't believe I never
I was
thought
kind of
of
waiting
that.
for you to be like, oh, I've heard that before.
No one's ever said that.
So I got it. So
Oh,
truth be
that's
told,
amazing.
Sammy, great first question.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
That was solid.
Well, you dropped two bombs. You dropped Dark Flight and
don't
then
think
you
I
dropped Crumb Duster. You're on fire right now.
I don't think I can do better than those.
Yeah, you're literally on fire. You're on fire. Just like
Yeah, I'm not even gonna bother.
If you drop it,
No, no, probably.
Yeah.
if you drop another one, it's gonna be like the Vince McMahon meme where he's like
Oh,
falling
yeah.
off the
If he
chair.
drops another one, we have to rename the podcast the Sean-a-thon.
Yeah,
I would like that. Yeah.
it's gonna be called Beers.
For the week.
It's gonna be called Beers, Bells, and Sean Bryant.
Here's Bells and Sean-a-thon.
Oh my god, dude, that was amazing.
Well,
Oh fuck, now we have to name it.
alliteration.
Beers, Bells, and what? What'd you say?
Brian.
Oh yeah, Beers, Bells, and Bryant. Yeah.
All right, got your next pick.
Got another question?
All right.
Medium.
Thank you so much.
Large. I can grab you guys a bag if you would like, or if you're cool just holding on.
Oh, this is fine. No, this is fine. We're low maintenance. Yeah, we're trying to be.
Cool.
Appreciate it.
Sweet. Let me know if you need anything else. and I'll
Awesome.
be coming out with the dogs.
Awesome. Thank you, man. More dogs? Yes.
You got the next one?
Yes. The next question. Yeah.
Next question.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. Pull it up on the story really quick. Oh, Cheez-Its are always the way to go. That's gonna be a hard act to follow up on.
You just love cheese.
Just remember good memories of eating Cheez-Its with my dad. And a glass of milk.
He just loves
Quite the
Cheez-Its.
combination. I don't hate it.
Oh, I love that. I love
You know
that.
what? I'm not surprised. I
What
feel
are
like
the
you're
questions
also
on
full of
here?
milk.
Did I send?
Oh, absolutely.
No, I sent you guys a photo. That's right. I think I sent them to you guys.
Oh, you could go into the story that you put
Yeah,
it
it
in,
still
so I
shows
can still see the questions.
Just go to your archive.
Do you want to show me how to do that? That's why I keep him around. He shows me all the technology
I'll do the
stuff.
next one. So actually, this one's not a control one. This one's actually from Crystal.
Oh, Crystal! Shout out to you. Thank you for watching.
Yeah, they're all of our favorites. She has a question about recommendations for increasing motivation. I have my thoughts on it.
Ooh,
One of
yeah.
the biggest ones I love, just I want to say before I forget, is like writing on Post-it notes or something like that you can stick on your fridge or next to your calendar, like wherever you're going to see it every single day, because it just stays in your head the more you see it, obviously. So
It stays like forefront to your brain.
exactly, yeah, and it just you can that's one of the main things for sure.
Yeah.
It just goals, like, yeah, writing your goals.
Increasing motivation. That was the.
Yeah, just recommendations for increasing motivation.
Okay.
So I always say that like if you rely on motivation to really get you to go and do anything,
You and I are going the same route with this.
you're
Yep.
not gonna get much done.
Yep.
Oh, I see what you mean. Yeah.
And it's because actually I did an interview with this like early in COVID. Motivation is just like a feeling. It's like sadness. It's like anger. Like it comes and goes. It is a feeling.
Yeah.
It's not one of the main four, but you know what I'm talking about.
Oh yeah.
And it's going to fade. So if you're reliant purely on that feeling, it's not going to be there. You have to have something else. Or at least you have to understand that action is what really makes you motivated. And action begets motivation. Motivation.
It does.
If you have motivation beget your actions, you're not going to take actions anytime.
That's right.
Because how often are we truly motivated to do something?
True.
Yeah.
Not
It
often.
fluctuates a lot. Yeah.
Well, of course, because it's just like feelings. Now
Yeah.
come and go, and it's waves.
Yeah, that's true.
So
That's a
like
very
my
good point.
recommendation for increasing motivation is understanding that motivation is not always going to be there, and you just kind of have to shut up and do it.
Yeah.
Always remember why you're doing it.
I think
Ultimately, that's-
so. What you said is perfect, and I'm gonna build on that and basically take what you guys said and basically take it to the next level. Tommy and Sean are 100% correct. Actions are definitely the key,
Yeah, we did
and the big thing is habits. I feel like, were you about to go with the habits or no? Yeah. So. I'm blanking on who said this. It was a famous entrepreneur. I can't remember who it was, but they basically were talking about, maybe it was Socrates. It was a philosophy. I can't remember.
When in doubt.
But yeah, when in doubt, it was
No one's
Socrates.
got a question.
But basically, it was about success is it's all about your habits, and success is a habit, is an action.
Is James Clear?
Maybe that could be. Yeah, it could very much
I
be
went to
James
school
Clear.
with it.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I'm sure you did. Yeah. But
I'll
so.
never believe you again.
So Tommy is 100% correct. You're going to have days where you feel fired up to work out. I'll be honest with you. It's like, what, a Tuesday right now? I haven't worked out yet this week. And
I haven't worked out in a week.
you haven't worked out in a week. Yeah.
In a
So
week.
I'm going to do mine. But here's where it's where there's a good kind of a safety net, if you will. I have a habit built to where I've made an agreement with myself where I have to get at least 4 workouts in a week. So that's my minimum. It used to be 3, but now it's COVID, quarantine. I just got nothing but time. You know what I mean? And I'm also eating more. Let's be honest. And so I have to get 4 workouts in. So I didn't work out yesterday. I was busy with some other stuff. And so I said, I got up this morning. I said, you know what? I gotta edit and upload the YouTube video for you guys. I'll put out blog posts and all that stuff. No excuses. I'm going to take my 20-30 minutes. I'm going to get my swings and get-ups in. That way, if I work out today, that's Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. So I would suggest take something small that you want to do. It sounds corny. People are like, oh, this is dumb. But it really works. If you take one little thing and you start doing that one little habit every single day, number one, the compounding effect is tremendous over a month, a year, years, decades. And then on top of that, which you're going to go into next, I don't want to steal a thunder,
It's all about
but you start piling on habits that coincide with that. You get to where you think about, like, you're starting your car, putting on your seatbelt, backing out of your driveway. You don't think about ever doing that. How many times have you driven to work or taken the metro to work or home and not really thought about it? You just kind of zoned out. Our brains are very good at that. Very, very good at that. And that you get to the point where I'm starting to get there with my morning routine. That's something I've been working on. But I would just to kind of circle around habits, create good habits, and it's a game changer. So
I know that said, before we go on to the next question, we are dealing with a pandemic.
yes.
In theory, yeah, we're all opening up, and it's in reality, it's probably not going to last very long.
No, yeah.
Based off what's going on in the world.
Yeah, exactly.
I really don't see. If you're not feeling motivated to do something because you're just kind of feeling like a little out of place and shit, that's okay. Acknowledge it. Accept being all right with not being okay.
It's okay to not be okay.
Yeah, because I'm reading things about people have. So I have ADHD. I don't know if you noticed.
Yeah.
Squirrel.
I did. Yeah.
So,
You can't keep them on task for 5 minutes, man.
the cheeses are good.
Oh, Jesus! I forgot about the cheese.
Yeah. So he does too. So I have ADHD. So also I've read in terms of now I also have not fully experienced it. This is just not what I read. People with anxiety, like it's some of the worst part is not accept.
We had to follow up from last week's
I was
episode.
just going to
sorry.
say, yeah. That's the
I completely
callback.
lost my train
Continue.
of thought.
Anxiety,
Fuck, what
depression.
was it? Yes, thank you. Just let accept. So this is why, honestly, truthfully, that's why I haven't worked out in a week. I have not been feeling okay. My only real human interactions have been you guys. Like if not, like I'm in my house, not doing anything.
I understand.
Yeah.
It's easy to quite literally and metaphorically isolate. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's a little. I mean, you have your wife, you have Kayla, like, you know what I'm saying?
No,
So it's been a little hard for me the past couple of weeks, to be truthful with everyone here. And the past few days, I'm like, you know what? It's kind of, I'm okay with this shit. Like, it's a bad moment. I just have to accept it.
Oh, yeah.
And then try to just take the steps and try to force the steps into the steps I was already trying to take when I felt good. And so it kind of comes into, like, all this plays into the motivation of doing something. If you're motivated to do something, go do it. If you're in the state of wanting to do something and you're not feeling really motivated, that wanting to do something is already kind of motivation.
Yeah.
Just go do it.
And to go off of that, which before I forget, I read something today. There was a video on Instagram. I forget.
I got
Yeah,
I like that. That's
the best.
good.
Like it said something about setting the bar too high. Whereas like if you have such a high expectation for what you want to accomplish that day, and then you wake up and you're like, hot dog. Sorry, that's not what you want to wake up and say.
Speaking of ADHD, hot dog.
Yeah. I'll get back to that.
Oh yes. Oh yes.
Ketchup and mustard for you guys.
Oh, you're the man. Thank you so much. Yeah, we just need a baseball game going on. We'd be set.
Well, you got the
Here's the baseball tees.
Yeah, we got the baseball tees. There we go.
I bought a bunch of new baseball bats.
Thank you so much, man. Appreciate that.
Appreciate it.
July 24th is what they tell me.
It is.
Yeah, there we go.
July
That's what we.
24th, opening days. Spring training starts the first.
So excited.
Odds of that happening across all ballparks like they want it to.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know.
I would say very low, but we'll see.
That's what I'm thinking. But
Time will tell.
Honestly, man, they could have like a tickle fight competition now, and I'd probably watch it. Like whatever kind of sport they have.
Organized
I've
tickle
actually-
fighting.
Yeah, you know.
they actually have marble racing on YouTube if you
I
are
saw that.
interested.
I saw that, yeah.
I've been
It's
seriously
exciting.
consuming
Marble
that.
racing.
Yeah, marble racing.
Okay. I'm gonna go search that later and watch it just to.
They make custom tracks. They have marbles in the audience as fans. It's pretty wild.
I've seen them.
Yeah.
It's just wild.
That sounds this is the most important thing I've learned today. I'll be honest about that. Thank you, man. Marble racing. That's awesome.
It's like not
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Continue, my friend.
as I was saying, like try not to set the bar too high necessarily, because like you may wake up the next morning and like you're like, oh wow, I have way too much to do today, as far as like exercising goes.
I have days like
And
that was
it's like,
today
oh, well,
for
if I
me.
can't do all that I have planned, I might as well do none of it. Like you can still do something.
Yeah.
Set the bar maybe a little bit lower, or just know
Exactly.
that you can do the rest of it later in the day if you have more time, or later in the week. You don't just want to scrap it all because you don't actually have enough time to do all of it.
That's been me. Like my days, I've scheduled the morning routine I mentioned before. I want to wake up, I'll be motivated to go through my day. All right, 6:30 is when I wake up, and I start thinking, I sleep until 9. I'm like, all right, well the whole day's wasted. It's 9 a.m.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't have, you know what I'm saying? But so it's the motivation of fighting through it. So it's easier for me to say it. Trust me, this is way easier to say than do.
Oh yeah.
So we're not trying to minimize it. It's hard.
I will say this though, and Tommy said this earlier, and this is a true part of it too, the other side of the coin. When you are not feeling motivated and you don't want to do anything, of course it feels. Some days you just want to lay around and watch Netflix and screw off,
Which is
order
okay.
a pizza. Of course, no, definitely there. But
Do it that way.
if you have goals, there's stuff that you're working towards.
Or
Tommy
your
said it
mission.
best. Or your mission. I like that. It takes action, right? You got if you want to build a business, you want to build a brand, you want to build the body that you want to get a certain strength, whatever your goals are. Learn a new language. You got to put the time in. You got to get the reps in. And I think this is another conversation for another day. But you got to suck at it for a little while too. That's something a lot of people won't tell you.
Baby steps are
You're
still
gonna
steps.
baby steps are still steps, and you're gonna suck. You got to be an amateur for quite a while before you even think about considering yourself a professional. And but anyways, action, even the smallest amount of action, will immediately give you that feeling of achievement and satisfaction and confidence. So that's another thing is you get that ball rolling. And for me this morning, for instance, Nano, my dog, was
You have a dog?
I have a dog, yeah. She was pacing around. My wife's a very, very light sleeper, so she woke Lauren up. Lauren just kind of smacks me and just says, I think Nano needs to go out. I'm like, all right, not, you know how you wake up and you're like, I wonder what time it is. Hopefully it's like 2 or 3, so I have plenty of time to sleep, right? No, it was like 5:13 a.m. And per my morning routine, Monday through Friday, my wake up time is 5:30. So I was like, oh damn. And this is where it's a slippery slope, because I took Nano out, she did her business, and then I said, what if I got up a little early. What if I set my alarm at like 5:45? There's that slippery slope there. But what I did was I didn't change anything. I laid down. Alarm went off at 5:30. And this is, I believe, week 5 or 6 of doing the morning routine, Monday through Friday. So for me, it was a matter of, well, the alarm went up, and I just kind of definitely gone into that autopilot mode where I was just like, all right, well, I got to get up, I got to hit the button on the coffee machine, fill up my water bottle, grab my stuff, sit down. You know, I obviously told you guys about it, and I'll post it below, by the way, so you can read about it. It's on our blog, strengthwithpurpose.com. And but it's becoming more of a habit, and that's a big thing. And honestly, if I do that routine and I don't do anything else the rest of the day, I got a pretty damn productive day, because through that I've done with that morning routine, I've done a 10-minute meditation, 10-minute mindfulness meditation. I've read a verse out of Change Your Thoughts, Change Your Life by Wayne Dyer, may he rest in peace. I've done a 1-hour dedicated reading time, which I started reading Surrounded by Idiots, by the way. It's really good. I like it. Very, very good. So an hour of dedicated study time, and then I will do my 3 gratitudes, and then yeah, we're doing great. Thank you so much. And I'll write a letter to someone, to a loved one, whether it be a friend, family member, or a client. So that already in about an hour and a half stretch, pretty productive. And from there, I'm pretty good. So the rest of the day.